monthly planning versus lunar planning. That is what we are talking about today. Stay tuned, my friend. If you are curious about lunar planning and how it may just help you find more productivity, more peace, and a process. Hey, my friend, welcome back. Danie Muniz, certified hypnotherapist and your moon mentor, helping you align with the moon and subconscious. My friend, we are back today talking about one of my favorite subjects, and that is planning. I am somebody who is a planner of all planners. I love to get the new planner every year and fill it out. I love to update my Google Calendar. I love to make my to-do list. I love to plan out my week, plan out my month, plan out my quarter. I love productivity, organization, and getting it all squared away. It brings me so much more peace. It makes me feel productive. And indeed, I had a process. And I had a good process for that matter. And so it was really hard for me to make a change in what I was doing because what I was already doing was pretty good. And in fact, people always told me, like, how are you so productive? And I can tell you that I was absolutely productive. I would set my goals for the month, I would get really clear, and I would hash out it. But what people didn't see was me behind the scenes. The thoughts, the crying, the not wanting to get out of bed because I was so burnt out. I felt guilt, I felt shame, all because I was trying so hard to meet these expectations that I had set for myself, and I was just burning out. So today I want to talk to you about monthly planning and how great that can be, but also something new, something called lunar planning, and what that is, and how I have embraced that and have seen my productivity not only get better, make me more productive, but actually give me more peace of mind because I don't worry about not getting things done. I don't feel ashamed for taking days off. I don't get burnt out anymore. I actually use my energy wisely. I use it in the right way, that I do have a new process that feels so much better. And I want to share that with you today. We've all done monthly planning. If you're watching this video, you've probably planned a month out yourself. Monthly planning, we start at the beginning of the month. It's very linear, right? It's the 1st through the 30th or the 31st. We set our goals, our vision for the month. We might even have some KPIs, if you know what I mean. You might even have a lovely reward that you give yourself for achieving those goals. Am I right? You also look at how it fits into the bigger picture of what it is that you're doing. We set that up, we have a nice plan, we probably work out our to-dos, and then we get to work. And we look at our plan every so often and we try to stay focused on it and we do our best. We also get tired. We also get burnt out. We also lose our focus and forget all about it. And in some cases, we feel so guilty about it that all we want to do is crawl back in bed. You feeling me? That's basically our monthly planning, right? We just get to work and we start doing the thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I will say that burnout doesn't have to happen. So let's talk about lunar planning for a second. Lunar planning is where we follow the lunar cycle. Now, if you've seen any of my past videos where I've talked about the 8 phases, the lunar cycles, I will link those up above now, or you also find the playlist down below with all the videos talking about working with the moon, the 8 phases, and the 4 pillars, which are the new moon, first quarter, full moon, and last quarter, which are prime times of energy. Now, when we start to follow this process, we begin with the new moon. And the new moon, as you can see it up in the sky being dark, right? You can barely kind of see it. It's there. Our energy is a lot lower versus when we look at the full moon and it's big and bright and our energy is a lot higher. When we start to follow that phase, putting our monthly planning into that, we then get to work with our own energy and find our own unique flow. So we're not talking about any cookie cutter system that we're trying to box ourselves into. We're talking about finding our own natural rhythm and using that to our advantage. So with lunar planning, we still set new goals for the month, for the cycle, which is about 29 and a half days. So basically a month. We set our intentions, our outcomes, we set our KPIs, we still set our rewards, and we look at how it fits into the bigger picture of what we're working on. But there's a couple other things that we take into consideration when we lunar plan. We take a look at where the moon is currently transiting in our own natal chart and how that's going to affect us. If I'm looking at doing certain things in my business, but the energy of the moon and where it's transiting is pulling me back and to look and to do some shadow work, it's going to be a lot harder for me to work towards my goals. Not saying I can't, but my goals are going to be a lot harder. If I can tune into that energy and be like, well, maybe I want to shift my business goals this month to something that's going to be more in alignment with that and what I'm feeling, that's going to help me give that peace of mind that I'm looking for. So it also is we're going to look at not only where it's transiting, but we're also going to look at what season we're in. What is the season of that particular new moon? What is that cycle energy going to be? Because that's also going to help us fine tune into what that energy is so that we're not going uphill when we should be going downhill. The other thing we're going to look at is those 8 phases, and in particular, the 4 pillars. Those four pillars are going to show us how we rise in our energy levels, we hit our peak, and then we start to fade off. This is what's going to happen when we start working towards our goals. We're going to start riding that wave of energy, and then we're at full energy for a good 4, 5, maybe 6 days, and then we're going to come off that energy and start to lower down. Now, I'm not saying that you're only going to be productive during that 4 or 5, 6 maybe days of the month. In fact, you'll be productive throughout the entire cycle. The entire month, you're going to be productive, but you're going to be using the different phases as indicators of what it is that you will work on and what's going to be best for that energy. That is where we get a process. That is where we get productivity, and that is where we get peace of mind. This process, where we go through these phases, really helps us tune into our natural flow. Because during new moon, we are all about reflection and setting new intentions, visioning what it is that we want to have during this lunar cycle. And as we start moving through the phases and we get to full moon and our energy is so excited and ready to take action and do the things, and it's in such a big way, we'll feel this. But those other days leading up to that are super important to help us do the research, to help us set the things in motion, to help us get ready for that time. When we get more advanced with this, we not only look at the phases, but we also look at the moon sign, so that moon's energy, and where it is transiting in our own personal natal charts on the regular basis throughout the month. And we can pinpoint when to do exact things within our business. 3 reasons why you might want to be adding in this lunar planning process. Number 1, You will have a process that allows you to go through these phases and use your energy to its advantage. Number two, you'll increase your productivity because you will find your natural flow. No cookie cutter system here. It's finding your natural flow that's going to work best for you. And number three, peace of mind. You won't feel so frustrated because you're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing, because you will know exactly when to do them. You will know exactly when it's time to take the day off, when it's the time to get to work, when it's time to be on video, when it's time to be working with clients and communicating and sending out those letters and emails. You'll know exactly what to do, and you will not feel shameful any longer, my friend. All right, if you want to learn more about lunar planning, how to do it, what it's all about, my friend, I'm excited to announce to you today that the Align to Amplify community is now open. Yay! What that means is we have now opened the community where I will be sharing everything I know about the moon, about astrology, about the subconscious mind, about business, about life. If you're looking for a spiritual community to honor yourself, to grow in your personal development, to learn about astrology, to learn about the moon, and to truly tap into your personal magic, this community is for you. It is now open and we have a special price right now. So please go on over to thepeaceteacher.com/A2A and check it out. I'll put a link down below. My friend, there's some awesome bonuses that go along with joining this community. I'm so excited. This is my baby. I'm putting my heart and soul into this, and I can't wait to have you join in the community. As always, my friend, be sure to subscribe and turn on that bell for notifications so that you can be notified when a new video is released. And remember, close your eyes, take a